Hi, welcome to Global Alliance Education Training and Development Month in April 2022. My name is Past. I am from LSPR, Institute of Communication and Business, Indonesia. Today, I'd like to discuss with you what's actually going on and what's actually taking our attention in this month. Working as the Deputy Head of Undergraduate Program in Public Relations and Digital Communication Study, as well as a lecturer in Public Relations Principal subject, I sense the urgency of further collaboration between professionals and academia to create a far more enriching development in education. Practicing PR has been a challenge for everyone involved in the communication sector, especially in the transformation era, where everything now goes digital, even embraced more during the COVID-19 pandemic for the past 2 years. In this sense, I feel like we have to collaborate more and we have to make sure that everyone gets the best experience of communication and PR. Let it be corporate, government, and even non-profit organizations, I think every industry and sector seem to be so vulnerable in the current issues with ethics, engagement, and innovation in communicating with public, with the fact that all public are now reachable through internet and technology. In Indonesia, to be focused, the latest communication trends are about sensitivity and tone of a message, spread by mass media, which is, of course, massively distributed, plus uncontrollable social media channels and distributors where everyone can create content, everyone can tell their message, and everyone can be the audience. Also, uncontrollable social media channels and distribution message can be very powerful key in the influencing people in society for any topic. Not only to persuade, but to simply touch and clarify on matters that affect many people in many topics. It's very often that these days, everyone, individuals, organizations, basically every parties that is communicating with the public is required to be considerate when creating and delivering message. Not only about the content of the message itself, but also which channel the message is conveyed, what objective do we want to gain, and as well as which public is aimed for a specific message. As we know, specific message might reach different public with different approach and different result. That's what we need to consider about. This becomes a huge task for every research and planner when they are going to make a division to map out and plan out, simply analyze the message to tell and which channel they choose to convey the message. Also to monitor the feedback. It doesn't stop there. The monitoring and evaluation of the communication plan also plays an important role to measure the effectiveness and success rate of the message delivery, including how fast the message is, how big the impact is, as well as what kind of future development can we make from the previous communication. As academician and scholar, I personally believe that strong collaboration creates better environment for people who are enthusiastic in communication, students, professionals, government bodies, especially for my future students or students nowadays. My students in LSPR, for instance, are tailored to study many PR subjects in LSPR. And they also study cases such as PR ethics, PR manners, some crisis, big data and business intelligence, as well as media relations and writing for PR to assure they create a very good narrative and introduce and familiarize with PR practice during their college years. In Indonesia, we have 3 to 4 years of university level, which enables our students to learn more than just what's on the theory, but also to practice them and to contribute themselves during the internship program, which is also very useful for our students. This is enabling them to be a competitive talent, so when they graduate in the future, they are ready to compete, they are very competent, and they can be reliable to land in the perfect job and the perfect fit for PR roles and contribute in real working field. LSPR is also collaborating with multi-parties, universities, companies, government, private sectors to enrich the lesson content and to aim the best learning outcome for the students, also for the lecturers. We also do community service and research to make sure that education doesn't only start in class and stop in class or exam, but we also apply to society to make sure we give impact and we have another feedback to improve and keep on improving. Collaborations that LSPR has implemented so far are partners like communication, PR, advertising agency, and any corporates in many sectors, as well as the government. We are now also aware and emerge to transform into digital world where everything, like I said, goes online and interactions happen through distance. You can communicate with everyone in this world, regardless the country, the culture, the background, and all else. Challenges that come along with this era are the contents that potentially interpreted erratically, the feedback of the audience, and in scattered manner, making communication a vital point of connecting and collaborating with many people across cultures and beyond countries. That means we have to be adaptable, we have to create something interesting for different audience in different places. Planning, executing, evaluating are still phases in communication process that has to go through. Therefore, to adjust everything, digitalization platform might be challenging, but also full of opportunity for practitioners and academics. This year, I would like to highlight the importance of digital literacy and digital competence. The two things are very important when we use and utilize technology and internet. It don't revolve only about creating and spreading, but also be responsible for your message. Use our hearts and practice the best ethical concern when you're using the internet. And of course, we need to enhance digital competence and digital literacy in order to make a global environment that better and better for everyone and gives more good impact than the bad ones. I encourage everyone who works in communication field to be more aware and be more sensitive about the message you're about to send. Aim not only to inform, but also to contribute passionately to society and bring out more productivity and positivity. I'll see you around.